Hey Mindshifters, how are you guys? So I thought I would do this video on how to get rid of timeshare or how I got rid of my timeshare. So I'm going to just take you through some of the emails over the last 10, 15 years. Wow. I guess it's been, or 13 years. So let's start with one of the first ways that you could try to get out of your timeshare, which is to actually go back to the company to see if they will repurchase your timeshare or just transfer it back to them. So as you can see, I actually did that. I went back to Wyndham. That was where, who I had my timeshare with. And um, okay, maybe you guys don't see this, but I did go back to Wyndham and um, I tried to sell my timeshare back to them. And that didn't work out. And years later, they came back and they had some sort of like program where you can transfer your timeshare, but it just seems like it was more them trying to sell me sort of more points because that's the timeshare that I had. So that's always an option. Hopefully, no one's buying any sort of timeshare in these times of like the pandemic and everything like that. I don't think it's a good investment, and I can do another video why not to purchase a timeshare. But anyway, so the one thing is to go back to your actual company. The second thing you can try to do is to donate in another company, and I may do this in person so you all can see me. But another option is to donate your timeshare. So there's an organization, or there was, so please, this is a disclaimer, this is years ago, so do research and things of that nature. There was a company called Donate for Cause. And essentially, it's what it says, you can donate your timeshare. And they had actually two programs. They had a donate program and a liquidate program. And essentially, with the donate, it says your timeshare will be transferred out of your name within 12 weeks. You will never pay another maintenance fee. Hallelujah. You will receive between $4,000 to $6,000 for your timeshare and tax benefits. Now, the thing with this is that the cost of the program was $24.95. It was due at closing, not at front. The other fee is if your resort chain charges a transfer fee, you have to include that too. So like I said, they had another program, which is the liquidation program, which the cost is $14.95 paid at closing, plus the resort transfer fee of $2.99. You will not have to pay the liquidation fee until you sign a deed transferring the property out of your name. You will be responsible for the maintenance fees and any other fees assessed in that year, and this process could take 4 to 8 weeks. This is not a donation to charity, and therefore these fees may not be tax deductible. So with the donate, it was tax deductible, but there was an upfront cost and the liquidation. And I want to say 2012, during that time, the reason why I didn't go through this option is because I didn't have a lot of credit on hand, and I didn't have any money. Like, that was really a period in my life. My son was younger and I just didn't have any capital, any cash on hand. I hadn't discovered Dave Ramsey, and yeah, so that's kind of why I didn't go to that option. I was like, I just need to get rid of this, but I don't have any money to put up front. So Donate for Cause and Liquidate. What I see a lot now, even with some of the Dave Ramsey commercials, I can't really vouch for whatever whatever companies with Dave Ramsey, but I did reach out to selling your timeshare companies. I think I reached out to, let me see, I reached out to like about 2 companies, I think, yeah. And what was the company with? I forget. They were with some whatever you see on TV, sell back to your timeshare exit strategy or timeshare companies. I don't know. Don't quote me, but I reached out to a lot of these companies, and this is kind of giving you an example of like a generic email. Hi, looking to find out if you're serious about selling your timeshare. Serious buyers and renters are shopping our site every day looking for inventory from owners like you. If you are still interested in selling or renting your timeshare, we can help you. If you have any questions about the service that we provide, please call me. Number below. I look forward to your call. And okay, sell my timeshare now. That was the company. I think it was another company. So I reached out, I want to say to two different companies, and for me, I just didn't work out. I don't want to say that these companies, they don't work out. So whatever, and I think if Dave Ramsey is endorsing it, definitely give it a try. Again, a disclaimer, I can't, I'm just saying what I tried. But for me, for some reason, it always fell through. And some of the companies, there was like a cost. Because remember, it's like a property, right? You're on the hook for it, and it's deeded to you, and the maintenance fee. So you have to get that title and that deed, everything transferred somewhere else. So I want to say this was another company. No, Sell My Timeshare Now. I don't know if they still was in existence, but they were really, I was like, can you guys please take me off your list? Okay. So that's that. So how did I finally get out of my timeshare? Let me tell you guys. I think it was 2014, and let me see. This is another company. Sorry, all over the place. No, this is still sell your timeshare now. Okay, yeah, it just didn't work for me. Maybe it could be work for others. But how I started kind of getting into the internet a lot more. As you all can tell, I'm not really social media savvy. So I started getting into the internet a lot more, and I just started just doing searches, and I found these, what were they called? You could probably do a Google search. There were these sites where you just go just to rent, because that's what I was going to do. It's like, man, I'm going to rent my timeshare, because it's years later, we really didn't. I used to save up money to go on vacation. And let me be honest with you, I used to put it on a credit card, and I wasn't going to like crazy places. I was just going to Myrtle Beach or Virginia Beach. I took my son to Hawaii, so we had a good time. But, and again, when I think about it, why couldn't I take that money and get out the timeshare? Guys, my mind, I was kind of very linear, and I don't know if anyone can resonate with that. It's very linear. So what I ended up doing is I ended up doing all this research, and what I found out is just sort of the scam, in my humble opinion, and not yours. If you like timeshares, that's great. But what I found is that is like this whole like timeshare, just whole world, it's like scamming. And maybe scamming isn't the right word, but it's no point in investing in a timeshare when you can invest in actual property, or you can just, especially nowadays, there's just so much to do. So what I found were these sites where people were actually renting their timeshare, because I was like, okay, I'm going to rent timeshare, and maybe that way I can recoup the maintenance fee, which like doubled. And if I remember, if it doubled, yeah, it was just going up and up over time, each year. And some years I couldn't travel or couldn't take a vacation because I needed time off work, and it didn't coincide with my son's schedule. And then I was on a schedule with his father, so it just didn't make sense to have it. So I was going to these sites to try to rent it out. And then I've noticed that people are trying to sell, and then all these forums, like they probably still exist, but they're like people trying to sell their timeshare for $1. That's never a good sign. So I started to see like some of these timeshares, if you look at the contract, which most of us don't, it's like till your death. And there is a way to get out of it. God forbid, not to be morbid. You can get out of it. Like you can try to, leave it to someone in your family or friend, and then they can like decline it. And that's a way to kind of end it forever. But a lot of people like end up passing this burden on to their families. And that's my viewpoint. Maybe other people, they don't see it as a burden, but I thought it's a burden. And I end up going back to trying to sell it again. So remember in 2007, I tried to sell it and just going on like the site at work. And then I end up going back again to say, okay, Facebook, all these different places. Again, I'm a novice on the internet. So I end up going back to the trading post at work and I posted it. But this is what I did differently. Instead of saying, timeshare. I mean, I did put timeshare, but I put Wyndham because, like I told you, I have one of the timeshares that's really popular. And then I put the location. My timeshare, even though it's a point system, you can go all around the world. My location that I purchased was in Myrtle Beach. So that's kind of how I was able to, that's how I was able to finally sell it. And luckily, I think I paid that the cost I paid, was able to pay the balance. Did I make a profit? I don't know if I profit. I think I just paid the balance. I'm not sure, guys. But I end up finding another company, and let me find the email. And I don't know if they exist anymore, guys. So once I found a seller, we went over, hey, this property will be deeded to you. The maintenance fees, you will take over. That's your responsibility. I found this company again. I don't know if they exist anymore, but oh, God is good. It was LT Transfers. And essentially my out of pocket was, we charge $125 to prepare the documents needed to transfer to your South Carolina timeshare. Wyndham Resorts require a $299 resort transfer fee. This fee will be in addition to our fees. So essentially, if needed, escrow services are available at additional fee of $50. So I knew a person who does that as their business. So that was no fine. And it's like, fill out the document preparation form, the agreement of purchase and sale, and return to us along with a copy of your recorded deed. So to me, like I said, I don't know if these people still exist, but thanks be to God that I got out of that. And at the time, I had someone that wanted to purchase it, and I was able to just pay off the balance. Now, in today's world, where if you're in the pandemic and, I just say hold tight, try to see if you can do maybe the donate or liquidate if that's still available. Or see, once we come out of the pandemic and people start traveling again, hopefully you can travel it and utilize it or rent it. But if you want to get out of it, a way to get out of it is just to find a private seller and try to just get the property deeded to them, as well as the maintenance fees. And I hope this helps someone. I will definitely, I think I'll do another video where you can actually see me, but I just kind of wanted to take you through this journey. Like, it was a 7-year journey for me, because I realized in 2007, like, I shouldn't have this isn't a wise decision. Let me see if I want to take you. Yeah. So I don't know if any of these companies, that's a disclaimer. I don't know. And I think this was finally, timeshareluxury.com. This is another company. Yeah. It says, Paula, no cost at any point. You contacted our company just a few months ago in regards to your window point. You mentioned if ever we had an opportunity that would be of no cost to you, that you would be willing to listen. We have a vendor that is accumulating 15 million points with Wyndham. They have offered to cover all closing costs, transfer fees, and recording fees. The transfer will be complete within 60 to 90 days from the point you have signed the closing document. Again, there is no cost to you at any point. Once the transfer is complete, you will no longer be paying maintenance fees. It is that simple. Do not hesitate with any questions or concerns. Thank you in advance for your time and for your reply. Like I said, since some of these companies, I guess they check them out on the Better Business Bureau, just, doesn't hurt. But for me, no, I was able to, it took me, as soon as I found a private seller and I used the LT transfer company, which I don't know if they still exist, but they're, blessed be the Lord. It didn't take me. I think you can see some of my emails from February to I was out of it March. Yeah, I think I was out of it in March. Let me see. Um, yep. Oh, hold on, no. Let me see. This says May, so maybe I lie. Sorry. Um, okay, so I had to send back the once I did my part in May, and yeah. So if I'm just grateful. That's just kind of my story. Just look at those different options. But, I think, for me, it's finding a private seller was the best. But it seems like if now in my right frame of mind, if the donate for cause, if that was still available, even though it would have been upfront money just to get out of it, or the liquidate program, I probably would have opted for that. Okay. Bye, Mindshifters. I hope this helped.